it's very festive here in DC, as you can hear. And we're here with Teen Body, who are putting up with this horrible heat. Could you introduce yourselves?
I'm Shannon.
Alex Bush.
Friends. Marcus.
Kenny.
Kenny. Well, thank you for coming all the way from Brooklyn. It was an awesome show.
Thank you.
So, can you tell us what the process of recording your sophomore album was like, and how does that compare at all with the debut, the pressures of a debut?
There were a lot of demos, and we kind of went through them one by one and like accepted some, and some of the stuff was recorded with Bush like entering the band.
Yeah.
Like we started jamming together, like Fell Off was kind of like that. He joined, and then there's stuff like Ballad that Shannon did a demo of, so it wasn't all me demoing, but
Majority. Yeah, you're the demo master.
But when it comes in, it's like it gets sculpted.
Yeah, then
various ways.
it gets passed to Marcus. Marcus is the vibe department.
Did you find it was easier or harder than the first record?
Get Home Safe was easy as fuck.
I think just you and Evander,
Just
our old
lived
guitarist,
together.
lived together, so they were jamming constantly and just had like secret stashes and like a whole repertoire of like old demos from just like a decade.
Yeah.
Evander in particular.
It was the first thing that either of us had like done
Yeah.
ourselves in a while, so we just totally compiled it.
Yeah. Are you moving that car?
Yeah.
We can scoot over if
yeah.
that helps.
Oh,
Thank you.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night, guys.
I guess we should let the car pass. I don't know.
Are they gonna do that?
It would make a great video if anybody got hit.
Oh my god.
I'm a little bit of a gear nerd. Do you guys have any favorite pieces of gear that was like essential to
Well,
use
my
on this?
favorite guitar, the one I usually play, my Gibson SG, had a neck snap like the day before we came here, so I couldn't play that, but that's my gear. And I have a really nice Archer distort pedal that I like a lot.
I have a fake Jazzmaster that I bought used. Somebody custom built it. I don't know, but
Where did
play
you buy it?
Reverb.
Nice.
Yeah, got it really cheap.
I love that site.
It's like, that's a beautiful guitar. If it's fucked up, I'll just upgrade it or something. And then I have this feedback type boost pedal that helps me like really gain out and get wild. And that's probably the most fun because you can get real expressive with noise.
I have an outboard MIDI thing that lets me take Marcus's drum recordings and like plug it into the drum machine and have the drum machine trigger whenever he hits the snare. So I got to overdub like all of his live playing with kick and snare from the drum machine, which was great for production. It was fun.
Yeah.
I like doing that.
Oh, so was this like a lot of self-produced album?
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
all. It was just me in my apartment basically.
Dream
we
Wow.
had
was,
help.
yeah.
We had help recording, but yeah,
That was our buddy Matt Molnar
Yeah.
who did the recording.
we had like some mics and stuff that we needed.
He was
Yeah.
in that band Friends and produced the most recent Sunflower Bean record. And he's just like a Brooklyn
Guy.
Oh man,
Yeah.
guy. He's been around forever.
I have so much respect for people who can like do everything themselves, you know, or most of that. It's pretty cool.
I think whatever we do next is probably just going to be entirely in-house.
Yeah.
Like, we're,
Because now we have a really comfortable practice space that the band we share it with, Juice Citron from Beverly.
ex-Beverly.
ex-Beverly.
Yeah.
She's got that place like pimped out for recording, so
Yeah. very
It's gonna be fun. We just get to hang out and practice space to record now.
Are these songs written from a personal perspective at all? Is it a little more abstract?
You mean, like lyrically?
Yeah, whatever way you want to interpret that.
Lyrically, I lean on story mode and not really
First person.
first person. Yeah.
Yeah. Lyrically, I tend to go more abstract.
Yeah, it's kind of like image
Yeah.
based.
Yeah. I'm not good at crafting narratives.
What?
Marcus wrote something.
Yeah. Marcus wrote Mineral Pool off the first record, which is also very like
It's one of my favorites.
deep facts.
Love songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a song about falling
In a hot tub. Sick. That was such a
True,
DC
yes.
thing to do.
It was about falling in love.
Biking
Very
off with a
DC.
huge backpack listening to hardcore.
When you're not playing music, you have any favorite things to do?
I like to
Money.
yeah, work
Yeah, working until
until
you have no energy left to do anything else.
Yeah, we're in
Brain
New York, so we really just
explodes.
work and then play music.
Yeah, I record hunt. I blow a lot of money on records that I should.
That's true.
That's a fun hobby of mine.
Crate digging?
Yeah.
I like camping right now
Camping is great.
Yeah.
because it's camping season.
Yeah.
Good hikes.
Good hikes.
It's tough to do in Brooklyn, huh?
We'll get
no,
out
it's
there.
Easy.
Yeah.
Upstate's
The
like
Catskills?
Oh, yeah.
there's so many trains and buses. Like you can just take a train to a bus and then end up in the woods, and you're just like, it's like
Get a bottle of red wine, some chocolate chip cookies.
I went to the beach yesterday. I do that a lot.
oh
in
right.
summer.
We have a I don't think a lot of people know New York has a really fine beach.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Jones
It's
Beach?
fine. Like we can just take the
Don't
train
step on the
for an
needles.
hour.
Fuck Jones Beach.
We just are at the beach, and I don't know.
Yeah, and there's only like a little bit of trash in it. It's like not that bad.
That's more beaches than DC has. I guess while we're on the topic of New York, Brooklyn has a reputation for being home to many bands. How do you feel about the scene back home?
It's nice. We're in a practice space that has it's like every band in Brooklyn essentially practices there. It's this big warehouse. I don't know. It's cool. You're just constantly meeting and discovering new people, new bands.
Yeah, it
Everyone's
seems-
really supportive.
It seems that there's like an infinite number of bands.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
So we were
An
like setting up for
infinite
like
number.
practice or having practice or in between practice. There's just like
They're always being
Weezer
replaced.
sounding bands.
It's
There's
very
like pavement sounding
diverse.
bands. It's just
Yeah.
Death metal bands.
death metal, Tool bands.
Yeah.
It seems like one of the cities where whole bands will just relocate to Brooklyn or something.
Yeah, it's a lot of opportunity.
Yeah.
Lots of labels and that kind of thing. and
Venues.
People who will come out. Yeah.
Would you say there are any themes or messages on Dreamo that kind of extends across the album?
No, I'm just kidding.
I guess if you said it's kind of abstract, then maybe not so much. But what about musically? It does seem very cohesive.
It seems like it's very validifying of not feeling okay. Kind of. It's like it's okay to not feel okay.
I feel like there are like subtle themes throughout the whole thing. It seems like
Yeah.
it's kind of like promoting like stay in your headspace and don't be in your headspace. But
Yeah, it's introspective, I guess.
I feel like that's also like Dreamo, the term,
Yeah.
is like emotionally
Dream.
spacey.
It's very much about a
space
I kind of wish there was we should have made little drugs capsules that said dream on.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
That would be
Wow.
just
really
like
cool.
microdose.
Well, I mean, it could be
extras.
Sugar
placebos.
pills.
Placebo,
Sugar
but
pills.
that'd
We're
be,
not-
you know.
We're not for
We're not a cult
Mass.
yet.
We're not mass drugging our audience.
There's plenty of time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta
Not
work
like
on it.
10 years before we start
But
doing
it,
that.
it's definitely like a vibe. Like,
It's a state of mind.
There you go.
yeah, it's a manifesto of our sound.
Wow.
Nice, nice.
Go, hey, let's go bold.
Does Team Body have any kind of a cool origin story? Like, how did you all meet and become the cult?
Ah,
The Teen Boyster cult.
Yeah.
I like what happened. I just moved up and had nobody to play with, and then the first person that wanted to play with me, I started a band with. They were already starting a band, so I was just like the keystone or whatever.
Yeah. Our original founding member, Vander, is the only one that quit the band.
Through
But
email.
Through email. It was very sweet.
Oh.
He's a very sweet person. But he brought us all together pretty much.
I had
He-
moved to
yeah.
New York around the same time he did from Virginia, and he was very eager to start a band when he got here, and had some songs in the works, and had a band name already picked out that was not Teen Body. It was Sky Colors, for the record.
jam band name.
Not
yeah.
as sexy as Team Body sounds, I must say.
But yeah, he wanted to include Shannon as well. Like, he told me that he was just gonna like ask Shannon to play and see like where it went, and we all got together, and it was a lot of fun, and we kept doing it. French got into town, and
Marks and I, our bands used to play together in Virginia, and we didn't even talk to each other.
yeah.
Are you guys like both from Virginia?
He went to college there. I'm from there.
Oh,
And
whereabouts?
Kenny is also from
Yeah.
Nova, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I met Marcus and everybody else through Marcus's boyfriend Tank, because I went to college with him in New York. And I think we like nerded out about like Black Tambourine or something.
Yeah.
He likes good music, or something. And then I don't know. I like photographed y'all, or wanted to photograph
Yeah.
y'all.
That's right.
He came to a show that we were playing that we didn't even play, and he just pulled out a fifth of whiskey, and I was like, I like this guy.
Yeah. And then like I remember I was like at work one day thinking like I've got all this guitar equipment that I don't use anymore, like I'm gonna sell it. And then I get a text from like Marcus, and he was like, oh, you should come to our practice again. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, bring my camera. And they're like, no,
Yeah.
bring your guitar pedals. I was like, what is this? Oh, okay. So,
All right. Let's see. We got 3 more questions here. Any musical hero or heroine or something like that that inspired you
Oh,
to be great,
inspired.
to
Or
write great music?
inspires.
Past tense.
Hi, Ryan. Ryan inspires me every day to be a better person. There he is. I think that when I like first started playing guitar and getting into music, I was listening to like a lot of like classic rock, and I was 13, and I just had like a lot of anger and pent up energy, and just wanted to shred really hard. So I was listening to like just Jimi Hendrix and like Evanescence. So those are my inspos.
I grew up listening to like when I was a young teenager, like emo bands. Like I was really big into like Thursday and like I don't know, like all or like and some like Midwest emo stuff. But then I like really like everything kind of changed for me when I started getting into post rock stuff, like Mogwai, Godspeed, like all these Do Make Say Think, because it was like some textural guitar stuff, and then came like all the like 90s like Sonic Youth was really important to me. And, the prettier noise stuff, like, you know, shoegaze standards, The Cure, Five Letters on Time. That's how that's how I did the music.
I probably am just inspired by anybody who, well, back in the day when they could do the whole production themselves, saying like Prince. Prince is the first person that comes to mind that really was like, I will own the studio while I'm recording it.
Especially as like a POC. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just anybody like that. There's been, but now it's different because anybody can do it on the computer. So any like modern artists that I would be inspired by, it's just kind of like the standard. So I don't know.
Along the same theme there, is there anything that inspires you as a songwriter? Sometimes I find that like can be the hardest part of like writing a song. Is like, what does this music say to me? You know?
Actually, chaos inspires me the most when everything's really hectic. I can be really satiated in life and not write anything, but the moment shit gets crazy, that's when I'm just like,
Yeah.
It's like a way to release.
yeah.
So a final thing I got for you guys. Do you have any plans to tour besides DC or maybe even like outside of US?
No, DC's fine.
Yeah, we're just gonna come to DC.
Yeah.
We're just
putting
we're
the
gonna play the
carriage out.
Discord house next.
No, we've been trying to kind of set up something in the Midwest, maybe on the West Coast. It's just like a lot of work
Yeah.
and a lot of making things happen like in a very organized way. And
Ideally,
That's-
we would like to go on tour with his sister, Negative Gemini.
Oh right, she wants to help us book a tour on the West Coast, and we really, we want to get an opening spot for a bigger band, but that'll take some time.
In the works.
Hopefully.
In the works.
Yeah.
We're working on
Look at all these roaches here.
yeah, I just
Oh,
saw that.
yeah.
Yeah, we're actually roach
Big
lords
boys.
too.
It's really hard to plan a tour when you're taking care of 30 roaches.
Yeah, we have such a big roach collection we can't handle all the emails.
It's true.
Yeah.
They're demanding.
If you look hard, there's probably some rats around too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friends.
Well, thanks for making it this far south at least, and thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to us. And good luck wherever the tour, whatever the next tour takes you next.
Thank you.
Bye.